What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on another 2004 Mustang GT. As you can probably tell by the title and thumbnail, we have one that is cranking but not starting. I saw it on Marketplace and decided that I would try to go over there and get it running, make a video out of it. We're going to go over there and see what we can do. He's already switched out the fuel pump, the coil packs, the spark plugs. He's already verified that it has spark and all that. I have some spare parts from the manifold that I bought. This is good for sure. Fuel pressure rail sensor. That could also be keeping it from starting. So let's get over there and see what happens. Alright, got the cables hooked up. Try to turn it over and see what happens. Did you guys hear that? There was some popping when I tried to start it. Let's see. Let's get an inside crank view. It smells like gas pretty bad in here. Let's see. Turn this volume down. Let's try to start it in here. Battery's kind of draining down. How does that crank sound to you guys? Sounds like maybe like a weak battery, but not uneven. Whereas, you know, that would be indicative with jump timing. But the situation with this car is that he came home, he parked it, turned it off, and then it wouldn't start again. It just wouldn't start. You said it was driving fine that day, right? Yeah. And he says it was driving fine the day that this happened, so. He had a mechanic already come over here, check for spark. These are new, right? These coil packs are new, and so yeah. So the coil packs are new, and the other mechanic said there was spark already. So, and you had the fuel pump done, huh? Too, and he's already had the fuel pump replaced. So, I guess I will spray it just to see, or. First, let's check to see. Let's see if we can hear the fuel pump real quick, because these things have loud fuel pumps. Thank you. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can definitely hear it. Yeah, you can hear the fuel pump loud. Hey, will you try to crank it? Let's get an outside shot. Cranking. Alright, so next let's go ahead and pull this off and spray some carb cleaner down there. Alright, so he's gonna spray while I crank, and we're gonna see what happens now. Yeah, just when I start cranking, I spray a little bit. Alright, here we go. Alright. Yeah, nothing. Didn't even do anything when he was spraying directly in there, which we can hear the fuel pump kicking on, and it's a new fuel pump, so I think it's safe to say fuel's not a problem. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and check for spark, even though the other mechanic said there was spark. So I'm gonna pull this number, whatever it is, cylinder coil pack out and see if it has some spark real quick. Much better. Coil out. Spring. Pull that out of there. And get the spark plug out here. Plug out. Oil, got oil on it. Seen better days.
That's not good, bro.
It's not, but you see how there's no oil on the jet? It was burning rich as fuck though in the beginning. Like before this happened, it was burning rich, burning a lot of gas. So, yeah. sprockets on. Find a nice ground point there somewhere. Right there is pretty good, I think. It's painted though, I don't like that. Can you go in there and crank her for me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold the camera right here. See if we got some spark. The fire's right up. Oh my god. I didn't expect it to try to start. Okay, there we go. Okay, so plenty of spark. I don't know if I caught that, but yeah, we got plenty of spark, so I'm going to throw this back in there. Surprised yours aren't.
No, that first one is. I need to get some needle noses to take it off, and then I need to find another one to replace it with.
Sit right there. Millimeter ones?
Oh, sure.
Because I had two that were not very good. So. Alright guys, so we got the coil pack plugged back in. We have spark, we have fuel. So it's time to move on to some sensors. A lot of times with these newer cars, that's what's going on when it won't start. This one's kind of backfiring, so I'm thinking either a crankshaft position sensor or possibly a jump time, but I'm going to throw a crankshaft position sensor on there real quick and see if that fixes it. First step, you got to pull the belt off of the AC compressor, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to lift the car just a little bit. I don't know if you really necessarily have to do this. Depends on how low your Mustang is. There we go.
One thing I did.
Alright, so for this, you gotta drop the AC compressor a little bit, and there's 313 millimeter bolts. There's one right here, one right here. You can't see it, but it's over here, and then one up here. You just pull those, drop it down, and then you'll have your crankshaft position sensor right over there. Get this pulled off.
But yeah, no, I was just in the car at a fixture move.
Yeah. Lift. Okay. One long ass bolt. Then, alright, so here's your camshaft position sensor. It's right here. There's one, looks like 7 or 8 millimeter bolt that's going to hold it on. Pull that off. That's what I just unplugged. Pull that off and throw the new one on. Okay. It's an 8 millimeter, so for anybody that's trying to do this job, that's what it is. I highly recommend a little wrench like this because they're great. Not with these cars from the south. You get up north and that's when you gotta start looking for rust. Oh fuck. Okay. About to pluck the old sensor out here. Ooh. Okay. There it is. There's the old sensor. It's definitely seen better days. It's definitely gooped up. So we'll see what happens. And then here's the new one. Let's throw this on. Hopefully it works. Oh, fuck. Okay. Now, when you're putting this in, you're not really gonna hear a click or anything. It's just gonna firm up like when you push it in like this. And you're gonna put the little bolt back in there anyway, so that'll keep it nice and firm in there. Okay, and when tightening this down, remember it's a small bolt that you're screwing into a piece of plastic then which goes into a piece of aluminum, so you don't want to go too tight with it, just snug like. It's tight, and then a little tiny turn like that and you'll be good to go. Ooh, there it is. A nice click there. You know it's all the way on. So there we go. Now let's go back on with the AC compressor. I wish.
Hope so.
Me too, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Okay. We're about to go in with the last bolt here for the AC compressor. Tighten it up. And then put the belt on and see if this bad boy will start. Got that one tightened.
He had, I don't know if he told you, he had an SS before he got that, but the dealership that sold it before.
Yeah, we got the crankshaft position sensor on, so now I'm gonna put the serpentine belt back on. See if it starts. Okay, around that. Okay. Make sure all your pulleys are lined up. Everything's still on the way it should be. Everything looks good, so I'm gonna drop it back down. There we go. Put the belt back on. AC compressor bolted down. So it's time. It's time to see if that worked after I drop the car. Alright, I'm going to set the engine at TDC and see if it'll fire up. Okay, we got it set at top dead center, so let's see if it'll start. I think I'm going to set the camera to the back of the car where the exhaust is this time so we can hear it better. Okay, so at this point, it's not starting with the crankshaft position sensor, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out this fuel rail sensor, see if that helps, because it smells like gas hardcore back there. Alright, so right after that last clip, my phone overheated again and cut off, and I lost everything. So basically, I just put the fuel rail sensor on, tried to crank it. It didn't start, it backfired really bad. So I think it's conclusive that it had jump time, and so he's gonna get a timing kit. I'm gonna go back over there and put that on that car and get that car running I'm sorry about all the lost footage, but it was like 114 degrees today here in Oklahoma, so my camera just couldn't keep up and it crapped out on me. But as always, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.